Hi friends, I hope I'm audible to you. It's morning and I can't really shout. Okay, so please put your volume up if you can't hear me loudly enough. Okay, so today's video is going to be on a very interesting topic. Before that, I would like to greet all of you and congratulate all of you because you are among those few pioneers who are helping Mother Earth ascend by choosing to prioritize the ascension process. And it's not easy, guys, but you have a lot of support in this process. Trust me, you first have to take the step and then the support appears. Sometimes it's like that. Alright, so let me start with the today's topic. So today's topic is about attachment, and I would like to talk about attachment on this twin flame journey as regards the twin flame journey as well as soulmates, okay, and maybe even karmics, okay. So the thing is, a lot of people will give you advice like you have to be focused on your own self. You cannot get into the codependent energy. You cannot become energetically codependent. Don't get attached, whether it's a karmic, whether it's a soulmate, whether it's a twin flame who's behaving like a karmic, because you have to clear the cords. Don't get attached, okay. Stay focused on yourself. But today, the download that I have got, the experience that I have got, that I want to share with you is these things that we have to force ourselves to do, these things that we have to remind ourselves to do, discipline ourselves to do, happen naturally when you have the source code, guys. The source code has been stolen from us. See, when all your karmic blockages are cleared and your third eye gets balanced, you are in a state of non-attachment. You're not attached to your twin. And there's a biggest surprise that came to me, because for 5 years I have been on this journey. This journey has completely transformed me from a human being to a, I don't know what to call, you know. There are so many terms. There are so many terms out there. There's a starseed, there is a ascended twin flame, there is, activated light body, whatever that you want to say, okay, whatever you want to say. But the thing is, when I experienced this major clearing of my third eye, I came into understanding what that state of non-attachment is like towards your twin, as well as towards your karmics, as well as towards your soulmate. Okay, nothing can hold you at this point. You become a sovereign energy field, and you become secure in yourself, because you know that when you have the source code, you can create what you need. You can create what you need. And all the ways of creating what you need are revealed to you. So that is how we transcend the attachment. You have attachment when you fear losing something, right? But when you have all parts of your soul intact, how can you lose? You can't lose, because it will always keep projecting outwards. You can only lose something if you have lost the soul part within yourself. And to teach you this, your twin comes in your life. Your twin is always sacred. Whether you end up in a physical marriage with him, physical relationship with him or not, he is always, always sacred to you. Even though the relationship has been full of triggers and mirroring, and this person has taken you to your lowest point, he has only done so to heal you. I'm talking about his higher version. You should maintain distance from toxic behavior, okay? You should maintain distance from toxic behavior. So let's talk a little bit more about the attachment state. How does attachment feel? First of all, it feels something unnatural. Secondly, it feels very draining. Thirdly, it feels very, very codependent, and like you're out of control. You're not giving your power, you're giving it away to someone. Fourth, it creates fear in your system. And it is very, very difficult to get rid of, because to get rid of any kind of attachment you have to go on a whole deep inner work journey, and that's why we have the inner work sessions. That's why we have spiritual books, audio books, books that you can read, video programs. Because attachment always exists where there is a deep soul trauma, there is a deep karmic debt, and that is exactly how the debt gets cleared. Otherwise, how the karmic settlement will happen? How? That pull has to be there, that attachment has to be there. But there is a difference between a loving pull of a twin flame relationship. See, it's the other half of your soul, so you will naturally remember your twin. You can never forget your twin. You will naturally have that pull towards your twin or your soulmate. You know, just like a parent child relationship, you cannot forget your kids, you cannot forget your parents. You have that kind of loving energy flow, okay? But that is a different kind of balanced energy flow that I'm talking about. And what we're discussing today in this vlog is attachment, which is a negative energy flow. If you consistently keep the pattern of attachment on within you, if you consistently stay on that pattern of attachment, you will notice more and more energy drain. You will notice that the other person whom you are attached to will draw more and more energy out of you and will get more and more negative. Okay, this is also how we pull in lower timelines. This is also how we pull in negative versions of people, and then we say, okay, my god, this person behaves so nicely with this person, okay, but this person is behaving so negatively with me. He's not like that with somebody else, but he's negative with me, because somewhere you are drawing a karmic timeline with him through your attachment pattern that is looping. And then there is so much talk, motivation videos, okay, guidance videos, and there's nothing wrong with all these things. These are tools that we need. But you know, there is a difference, and I'm just here to share my journey with you guys. I'm just here to share my journey with you. Okay, there is a big difference when you are doing something by listening to a coach, whereas when you're doing something after deep inner work healing, after recovering those DNA codes. When you listen to someone, talk therapy will give you a certain level of results. Knowledge transference will give you a certain more better level of results, because you have more clarity now on how the system is working. But when you actually clear and balance your chakras and activate your DNA and activate your different mind potential, your brain potential, then that behavior comes naturally. It's like a different version of you. It's like not the previous you, it's a different person. It's a different personality. It's like the old you is dead. It's a different you. And this different you not only has a different behavioral pattern, has different DNA codes, is actually physically also very different. But you don't notice so much difference because the healing happens slowly in small steps. If the healing happens like on a big scale, like a lot of siddhas do such healings, 5 minutes back there is a tumor, 5 minutes later the tumor is gone. 5 minutes back there is a severe accident scar, 5 minutes later that scar is gone. That scar is gone. I'm talking about the third eye level. I'm talking about a life that is beyond the matrix, guys. And the twin flames came simply to do this mission of holding 5D. Of holding 5D. It doesn't always have to do with marriage and kids. You can be happily a single person running an institute, running an organization. You could be married to your soulmate and having a lovely family with them. You could be married to your twin, or you could have a live-in relationship with them. You could be married to a soulmate as well as you could be having a lovely friendship with your twin. Where you're doing some professional work. There is no one set template. So don't buy into any particular belief system that somebody has to tell you, is telling you. Don't buy into a particular template that you have to be in a physical union with your twin. You don't have to be in a physical union with your twin because there are different karmic contracts. And always remember, responsibility is greater than your love. Responsibility is greater. The feeling that you get after you have fulfilled your responsibility is a divine masculine trait. And if you don't have divine masculine energy so much, if you have too much divine feminine energy out of attachment, you will never realize the importance of responsibility. You will always realize, only see what you desire, which is not wrong from a feminine perspective. It is not wrong. I can understand that because I've been there. But lately I have cleared a huge chunk of karma, you can say, through various means. Okay, I don't want to describe. In some other video I will describe what the ascension symptoms are, but I've cleared all that toxic stuff that was in my midbrain, that was in my third eye, that was my twin's ancestral karma that was coming through me. Okay, and now that I'm living in the same city as my twin, all the karmic clearing is really not mine, it is his. And these were the blocks that were preventing me from keeping one aspect of my divine masculine balance, which is understanding commitment, understanding responsibility. Because if you don't fulfill your commitment, if you don't fulfill your responsibility, somebody can die, somebody can be in extreme pain. Okay, and you will be responsible for that. So, to grow into that divine masculine level of thinking takes a lot of balancing of both your brain hemispheres, takes a lot of releasing, especially for a divine feminine, especially for a divine feminine. Because until you release the blocks, you just don't understand what is the right decision. And then you're confused. This person is saying this, that person is saying that, that person is saying that. I'm saying one thing. There is one way to know what is the right decision. Always listen to a person whose third eye is actually open. because this person will always give the right guidance. And it's not always a spiritual teacher, guys. It can be a wonderful soulmate also, because soulmates exist on the level of 5D. In the matrix, you never find soulmates. In the matrix, you'll always find karmic relationships, and you will always find soulmates that have some kind of karmic baggage with you. Yes, there is something called karmic soulmates. These are long term soulmates, but they are having karmic baggage with you. And then there is something called true soulmates. Okay, these people are supposed to exist in 5D, where they're not having that karmic baggage with you. And a twin can act as a karmic as long as you are in the matrix projection, and a twin can act as a real twin once you're out of the matrix, and you're out of the matrix, the third eye level. But how will you know which teacher has an open third eye? So many people claim, and a real person will not even tell you. Who will tell you? Very few people will tell you, because if such a thing is revealed, there will be a lot of issues, because experience tells. Seeing someone doesn't tell a lot about that person, but having a session with that person or having an experience with that person, a transformative experience with that person, tells a lot. Like recently, I had a session with somebody, and this person had a grandmother, and the issues were basically coming through her. And she was bedridden, she was having sores and all of that. And I asked the family, what do you want for her? So they said, we wish that she's old, she passes away. And I did 2 sessions for this person, and in a month or so, she passed away when she had been on the bed for years. Because even though the client resisted the process that I told him about, when you talk to someone, when someone at my level talks to someone, it's a DNA activation, guys. It's a DNA activation. It's a powerful DNA activation. And this person suffering ended. That should tell you something. So today's topic was about attachment. Okay. And the best way to come into a state of non-attachment is to do the Kundalini sadhana, is to do the chakra balancing sadhana. Guidance can help you up to a certain level. It can save you from falling into a ditch. It can save you from making the wrong decisions. It can just hold you like that and stop you from taking the wrong steps. But what can make you powerful is balancing your chakras. What can make you powerful is raising the Kundalini. Okay, but Kundalini is not easy to manage. Who can carry Kundalini? It's not easy to carry Kundalini unless you have a guru who will support you, or you have the 12 chakra systems activated. Okay, if you have the 12 chakra system activated, you can carry Kundalini, because it causes an evolution in your body so that you're able to hold Kundalini. You have to go through hell for many years, but you can't maintain a schedule sometimes because your brain gets foggy. You go through different stages, mental, emotional stages. But the Mother Kundalini protects you. Mother Kundalini guides you. Mother Kundalini supports you. And if you're afraid of doing it on your own, which you should be, unless it happens spontaneously, you must have a guru. So today's video was about the level of non-attachment. Okay, because non-attachment means one thing. Non-attachment means you have all the parts of your soul, your whole, and when you're whole, you can project any reality you want. If you want to attract a thing, you have to be on that level of that thing or above it. If you want to attract a person, same thing. If you want to attract your twin, my god, you have to be, third has to be pretty open, pretty open. You have to be on a certain level of karmic clearing even to meet your twin in the first place. Physical meeting. Okay. So non-attachment always comes from a state of wholeness, okay, which is the state of a balanced third eye, which is the state of enlightenment. We're talking about very high things here, and most of the people in this world exist in a state of attachment because the state of non-attachment is not something that you can force yourself to do by listening to someone's video. It is a state that comes when your energy reaches here naturally. You can't get attached to anyone. You can't. 5 years back, I was obsessed about my twin. All the days of the week, I used to obsess. Thinking about someone in a loving way is different. Obsessing, needing, wanting, that is different. That means your energy is continuously draining. That means it's a karmic cord there. Now I think about my twin. I wish well for him. But I'm not attached to him. He could be the deputy superintendent of police. I don't care. I have all the codes that he has. So the attachment is gone. The attachment is gone. I don't think I will get attached to any soulmate either. It's a beautiful place to be. You realize that you can love without attachment. You realize that you can love without fear of losing someone. You can be okay. And it doesn't mean you didn't love that person. Doesn't mean that you didn't love that person. Your love becomes a love where you give that person space. You know, there is something called energetically overwhelming a person. When you become more sensitive, you can sense when someone is thinking of you mentally, when someone is thinking of you emotionally, when someone is thinking of you sexually. You can sense it. And a lot of divine masculines, whether they're divine or not, if they have a lot, anybody who's having a strong masculine energy can sense when a feminine energy is overwhelming them and they start shutting down to you. So all these small things come naturally to you, you know, when you reach the level of third eye. All these small things come naturally to you. That is when knowledge flows, divine knowledge flows. You can write, you can teach. So I think I have spoken quite substantially about attachment today. This was an inspired video. It was not a planned video as most of my videos are. You know, I'm a twin flame, and twin flames get balanced only after their third eye is certain balanced. Okay, so that is how my lifestyle has been like this. But my videos are very powerful, whether they are planned or unplanned. They're full of activations, DNA activations. So if you would like commission or portrait commission, I take portrait commissions. I also do artwork. I've stopped taking sessions for some time, and I'm focusing more on my artwork now because I feel I'm losing the practice. I need to get back into the practice. Okay, so if you would like portrait commissions, you can commission a charcoal portrait. You can also check out my artworks. Okay, so with this I will take your leave, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.